Hello, everybody. This is your favorite or soon to be favorite struggling YouTuber. Welcome back to Thrive with Matt. Welcome back to my channel, man. It's good to have you here. And I won't waste any more of your time, guys. I just want to get straight to the point. Elections, South Africa. Elections. We are voting on the 29th of May. So if you haven't decided yet, please just go through the political parties and then try and find one that works for you, try to find a good party, man. No, not the good party, no, just go and find the party of your choice, and then you make the right selection on the 29th of May. It's gonna be lit, man. I can't wait to see the election results and the actual results, who's gonna be leading, which political party is gonna be leading. Is it gonna be a couple of parties in coalition, or it's just gonna be one party in majority and all that? There've been so many political parties emerging in South Africa. Almost every now and then the political party is born, man. Recently, sometime last year, or early this year. It's actually late last year. The MK Cherizier, the military arm of the ANC, branched off to be its own political party. Can you imagine that? So things are getting more and more interesting. And that party, the face of that party, I'm not sure if he's the leader or not, but it's former President Jacob Zuma. A man who was recently charged back in 2021. But this is just to show you that a lot is happening. So go out there, cast your vote. And yeah, man, let's see in June, who's gonna be the president of this country, who's gonna be leading, who's gonna be at the forefront, they're taking charge, who's gonna be the captain of this ship, man. This ship, hopefully don't sink after that. Don't sink. Yeah, man. So I want to talk about a few things outside of the elections. We've seen the elections and now they're going, the polls, in KZN. Now there's there's MK and what's this? IFP. The leader of the IFP died sometime last year, and now there's another leader. And I haven't seen or heard much from controversies, not controversies, the IFP, So just go out there, check all these political parties, man. There are a lot. All these big political parties have been doing rallies. There's another interesting party in the mix, the Patriotic Alliance, man. Gayton McKenzie and Kenny. They've been showing us that our borders are not protected. We are not protected. So the Patriotic Alliance, they've been running up and down the country, showing us what's really going on. Things that we were not aware of. But I'm not sure saying go and vote for them. But if he's your potential future leader, why not? And then the DA we've seen, the DA going to Tswane. I have to be honest. When I saw the DA going to Tswane, at first I thought it was Jacaranda season. I'm telling you. I really thought, man, it was Jacaranda season. That bluish, it's confusing at the distance, man. So I really thought about that. But that was not the highlight of it. Something serious happened. And let me show you.
Matolo peso, matolo, matolo peso, matolo, matolo peso, matolo, wagupiwe, sikiti, wagupiwe, situtu.
John Sting, Madolo Pezul, what are you doing, John? He's even missing the beat, guys. Yo, John, somebody there in the DA, please teach John how to dance. At least out to them. That's how it's gonna win the hearts of people. The DA did their thing. The EFF, we saw them. Oh, man, the EFF are very, very brave. You know, like there's this whole thing that has been happening between the EFF president and Ngizwe, is it Ngizwe Mchunu, in KZN. So they've been beefing. No? I'll call it a beef. And basically there were rumors that Ngizwe said that the EFF was not gonna campaign in KZN. Guess what? They went there. The Red Army, they didn't care, man. They went there, they did their thing. Even flu couldn't stop them. And it's crazy, man. Like I recently saw like the way the EFF is so brave. The leader of the EFF is so brave. Now I saw a video where he was at the rally and then he was busy saying make babies. So basically, make babies whether you are rich or poor. Go and make babies and bring another person into the struggle. Why? Because we're gonna double the child grant. From 510 to 1020. No, if you don't know what 1020 is, it's 1,020 rands. No, so he's promising people 1,020 rands. It's gonna give them child grant.
Comrades, enzana abantwana ngizawukhokhela mna because siyayidabula i-child grant from 510 to 1,020 rand because our children deserve better. Don't be lazy. Please, don't be lazy. Enzana abantwana SG lingalali.
The EFF and the many promises. Cool. It's cool. If he's your future president, give him a vote. Now, but then I'm just highlighting some of the interesting stuff that like that happens out there in the world of politics. Like, okay, go and make babies. Okay, because I was born. Guys, have a look.
And I don't care whether you are poor or not. Enzana abantwana. We must leave legacy through our own children. They say to me, why do you say people must make children? They are poor. How are they going to feed these children? I was born to a poor family. Being born in a poor family does not mean you are going to die poor.
What else was interesting? Cater deployment. So, cater deployment, there was this whole case, the DA wanted the cater deployment files and everything. So, eventually, they won, and then the ANC had to release some files. So, they released everything. They gave them like over 1,000 pages to go through. And that's a lot. So, basically, if you don't know what cater deployment is, deployment is basically, in a nutshell, you guys can correct me in the comment section or other ways you can correct me. So cater deployment is the more loyal you are to the political party, the higher up the rank you go. You understand? So if you, like, for example, let's talk about the ANC, because this is very, very famous and common in the ANC. So like when there are certain positions, they first like bring up your name, like I don't know if it's a shuffle, take out your name, or it's someone suggests, I don't know, it's the president or like there was even a WhatsApp group, or there is a WhatsApp group, allegedly. So this is where they come in and then they discuss so and so, okay, there's this position, whatever. And then the DA got so mad about this, that it's unfair. Yes, it is unfair, but look at this. What is the point of joining a political party if that political party is not going to work for you? It's not going to give you a position. No? Like, how did John get to be the leader of the DA? That man only has metric, man. I would like to see his metric results also. Like you see, so, and also, I think back in 2018 or so, there were rumors that there were people who didn't even have metric or only had metric, but they are on the illegal side. How did they get there? So it's all these things. They can say the ANC, there's cadre deployment or whatever, but all these parties are basically the same. All of them. All of them, the way I see it. In that aspect, they're basically the same. I don't think the DA can, since they run the Western Cape, they can just take a random ANC or EFF person and then give them a high position. Never, I doubt. So even if no matter how qualified you are, like I don't think they'll put you in. You understand? Because they're pushing an agenda. All these parties have their own agenda. So that's how I see it. And yeah, man, you can correct me or say otherwise. But now, so when this after they've won, now people started asking about the cadre deployment. Like DA, are you not also doing the same? And then it turns out that there was a policy for cadre deployment or something like that. It was being practiced during Helen Zille's time and also during Mmusi Maimane's time. But now I think it was scrapped in back in 2020 or yeah, somewhere 2020, 2021, somewhere. And then now basically the DA's ends like cleaner than mine, obviously. And the funniest thing out of all this is when Helen Zille threw Mmusi Maimane under the bus. Like it's this thing is just crazy. Like, what does a white woman do? The first thing she does when she's cornered, she throws a black man under the bus. But no, it's just for jokes. Look, it doesn't make sense. Like, make it make sense. Né? Helen Zille came before Mmusi Maimane. And she has like a strong influence in the DA. And somehow, she's saying she doesn't know anything. It's only Mmusi Maimane who was doing this, maybe. Whatever she said. It's it's just mind blowing. And Mmusi had to defend himself, man. Like, so it's crazy, but then yeah, there's parts. So all the fights for the ANC, it's uploaded in the DA website and whatever. So they've been saying that they've never practiced. They don't practice cadre deployment. But yeah, who are we? Maybe we're just guinea pigs. They think we don't know. But yeah, man. Let's move on. Moving right along. Now, Africa and beyond. Our focus today is, conflict. Everywhere in Africa, like almost everywhere, there's conflict. There's conflict for days. Mozambique, like there's conflict for days. So if you check all these countries, there's like insurgency, there's like civil wars, there's just too many things, man. And I'm not talking about this. No. Like, that's actually funny. Like the government of Nigeria had to even put signs. Like for us, we're used to signs that do not litter, like speed, do not speed. If you speed, you're a killer. But then here they're showing people squatting, doing their business. Is it that bad? Like really? Oh man, like that's fun. But I'm talking about serious conflict, like conflict for days where people are displaced, where people die. So if you check this conflict, South Sudan, it's not being talked about, man. Like there are people who get like to be removed from where you stay, being removed from where you stay. So imagine, I'm not talking about people who move from the Eastern Cape to the Cape Town. No, I'm talking about forced removal, where you have to walk for distances. Think about that. Think about it. These people millions of people are being removed from where they stay because of these fights, and just because two people don't get along, now they have to rope in their soldiers and then they fight, and then the people who are caught up in the crossfire. So in Sudan, this conflict happening, Ethiopia, Somalia, this is happening, Rwanda, DRC, this is happening, what's this place? Mozambique, North Mozambique. It's a very, very dangerous area to be in. Like the people who are beheaded, like their heads cut off. Imagine. And also there are a couple of South Africans who have died. So these things, they almost always seem like they're far from you until they're close, Like Mozambique. Mozambique is just there. It's just the Kruger National Park between us and Mozambique. And this, we're talking about highly skilled militant here. They kill men, they rape women, and like they ban everything. So yeah, like what's happening, man? What's happening? Who's funding all this? Like where's the ammunition coming from? Somebody's bringing all of these things. Like I'm sure it's just a matter of time now that we see drones flying around. There are rich people out there watching on the monitors, placing bets on us killing each other. Now, all these TV shows that we've been seeing, Hunger Games, Hunger Games, like it's all gonna come and manifest itself and become real. But yeah, man, let me tell you about another place in the Caribbean. There's an island there. It's called the island. There's like two countries, Dominican Republic and Haiti. So Haiti, you remember Haiti 2010 or somewhere around there when they even made a song after a devastating earthquake. Really costed people's lives, livelihood, and all that. So Haiti is like this country that's been in conflict for days. It was colonized, and then the French came back, and they demanded stuff, demanded money, and then Haiti basically was like in debt. They started cutting off their trees, selling it to France to try and cover the debt. So basically it's dry, it's overcrowded, and it's small, and it's very, very poor. And yeah, so now basically what started happening is usually in these places there's people who are going to be hungry for power. They get into their positions and whatever, and a prime minister, president was assassinated. So that's how things are, man. That's how bad things are. So politicians used to use gang leaders for their own political gains. And then now eventually the gang leaders became stronger, and then they demanded that the leader, who was the president, be chopped off, sort of removed, removed from office. And yeah, so the gang leaders took over the capital. So they took over the capital, and things are bad. People are being killed, and the one famous leader is Cherizier, famously known as BBQ, Braai Master. It's a Braai Master. If that man was in South Africa, it would be like a Braai Master. The 6-gun. And if you want to know why it's called BBQ, let's have a look.
This is BBQ, a former cop and head of an alliance of armed gangs in Haiti. Haiti is in deep, deep trouble. Law and order's collapsed, and amongst the scramble for power, gangs control much of the capital. And at the centre of the gangs is Jimmy, BBQ Cherizier. But why is he called BBQ? He denies he's earned his nickname due to a penchant for burning his opponents alive.
He's claiming that his nickname comes from his mother, who was selling roasted chicken on the streets of Haiti. Again, there are the conflicting reports about that. And we know that he's ruthless, so there's no question. And why he's so important is also because he's also playing the political game, and he's definitely playing the PR game.
You see? So this man basically used to kill people and then bribe them, set them on fire, set their houses on fire, and watch them die. Not like it's really that bad. But so far, like, what I see is he trying to protect or like is on another mission? Because it's all you said is just he wanted the president to step down, and then now the president has stepped down. But he said that was only the beginning. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, so things are going bad, but on the other side of the fence, the Dominican Republic, everything is like they've developed themselves, like the economy is doing well, and they're even building a wall. There's a clear distinction between Haiti and the Dominican Republic. You see, they're building a wall. Apparently it will be like the second largest wall project in the world, following that one between the United States and Mexico. So if these two countries are sitting like this in one island, but the Dominican Republic is like, nope, not today, Satan. No. You know, like they're building a wall. South Africa has like porous borders, man. Why is South Africa not investing? Even the world is shaking. Like, why is South Africa not investing in something like this? Like a project of this magnitude, protecting the borders. We're too French. Anyway, let me just introduce two more segments. So this segment, the first one is called "Wrong People at the Right Place." What comes to your mind when I say this? I know. Please don't tell me baby alien. Please don't tell me baby alien. No hate though. Like, just don't tell me baby alien. That guy, man. That guy is... I don't know if I can say he's representing, but I'm sure every guy wishes to be him right now. Baby alien. You can even hear the name baby alien. But yeah, man. To you, baby alien, keep working hard. Also, I'm not talking about Lady Do's song, China. Like, who? You know, like, it's the wrong people at the right place. Like, someone advised Lady Do, right? China was a T. But yeah, man, it's an honest mistake. But yeah, anyway, let's move along. I'm talking about Maibuye Mandela. Maibuye Mandela went on to the biggest platform in Africa. And then it spoke for over 30 minutes. Giving us the unnecessaries. All we wanted to know is who was staying in the house, all those information, man. Like, who was staying in the house, what was happening in the house, the daily activities of the house, like what led to this point. No, like, what led to this moment where now the house of Mandela is falling apart. You understand? That's all but the guy was too excited, and then he got too much excited. He even had to offer an apology for all the people he disrespected on that platform. Imagine, man, like, it's the right place, but the wrong person. But yeah, why am I talking about this? I'm talking about the Mandelas because the daughter of Nelson Mandela wanted to auction, or still wants to auction, Mandela's items, and some of those include his ID. Okay, well, she is like Mandela's daughter, no doubt about that, and those things ultimately belong to her, or the state argues that no, they belong to the state since he was a statesman. But now I want to talk about like history, man. History must be preserved in some way. By this I mean, like, we don't know how Shaka Zulu looked, right? Nobody can draw a picture of Shaka Zulu and say this was the only person. He's not the first Shaka Zulu. Like, that's the only person we know, like Enrique, you know? That's the only one we know. Like, whenever people think of Shaka Zulu, you think of that man. But don't you think there's a picture of Shaka Zulu taken by white people somewhere of the war that was happening? You understand? Like, don't you think so? Maybe there's a picture somewhere, or there's a, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm just taking a guess. So what I'm busy saying is, white people. By the way, this is not the racist channel, but then I'm just trying to show a distinction. Black white. So white people are able to preserve their history. They're able to say, okay, on this farm, my grandmother, my great whatever has been staying here. These are the items they were using. This is what. Like that history is being passed on. Like they are able to live things. But why is it that Tina, us, are able to easily let go of our, like our history? Just wanna auction your father's things, like just so that you can make money, even if it's for a good project, like, but that history, man, and, like, have you guys ever had or seen a dompas? I've seen a dompas. My grandmother still has a dompas. I've touched it. I've seen it. I've seen, like, also what was written on it. That okay, I think you can go in this area. This thing is history, man. Like dompas. I've seen a dompas. I've touched dompas, and I just wish like some of the things will be preserved so that we don't have to travel far to see like the tooth of a dinosaur. Like, to go and take a picture. It's those type of things. In the way I see it, I know, like, my opinion, that doesn't matter. That's how I see it. I'll think like, okay, she would keep some things, and then, but yeah, who are we, man? Who are we to speak? So this is the final and last segment. It's gonna be called "It's Probably Nothing, but What If It Is?" So, on the streets of X, formerly known as Twitter, we have seen a beef. For the first time, we've seen politicians go head to head, like commenting on each other's posts, disagreeing. So, we've seen a guy by the name of Niehaus. I hope I pronounce his name right. And Gayton McKenzie. So, who is the leader of the PA, the Patriotic Alliance? Almost said leader of the EFF. And then Niehaus is a member of the EFF. So they even promised each other farm clubs. Imagine, just to show you that we're not all serious here. We're not gonna be like, hey, politics, Yeah. In your own words, you can just tell me what you think. I think I'm gonna be out of here, man. I've taken so much time, and yeah, let me know what you think. Please subscribe, please share. This is just for jokes, guys. This is just for jokes. This is just for content, and we're trying to reach as many people as possible, and we're trying to be informative at the same time. So if you are happy, please give me a comment, and yeah, tell me what you would like to know. Thanks. Thank you.